Welcome to Millennia. Welcome to the realm of Millennia. I am your host, the Millennium Mailman, here today. Be entity of any one of the coils known to man, or known by man, known with man. Be a man, woman, or child, spirit, creature, or demon. Be ye a native, migrator, or even an invader into the lands. I welcome you as your Millennium Mailman host. I welcome you because I'll be here world building and guiding around long after you've already begun to acclimate and fit in. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Storytime Saturday. Please enjoy. For, of course, I won't be doing it. But yes, this is Storytime Saturday, and will be continuing to do a deeper dive in on this letter submission from an 11-year-old child to his parents, more specifically Mr. Deaf, who is what I'll be referring to as the father. All right. I just cut and stopped the last video because I didn't realize the name of the other siblings and relatives here were being used. So I had to pause the video and just split it there because I wanted to figure out an alternative name to give them, or something to refer to them as, because it seems like this next page here is diving into part of why the relationship is strained, and it's referring to the sibling dynamics that have gone to piss, if you will, because of the things and actions and beliefs of the parents and how it's being perceived by this 11-year-old child. But hey, I'm gonna dive back into it by reading from that last sentence onward. We are pretty much halfway through page 5, but I'll be starting at the top of page 5 for the sake of review and getting back into where we are. I am not my brother's keeper. There is no example to set or be followed when there's a lack of equality, power, respect, or authority, and trust. I have no respect in this family. I, quote, it's not given, it's earned, end quote. Shut the F up, for you are truly a worthless, incapable being with no social standing if you believe. For respect must be given. It is built, destroyed, or taken back by the amount of trust and faith one has in your character, which determines where you are socially. You never gave me respect, and yet you demand the ignorant child on it to be the first grown-up. Don't dare ask for examples of when you treated me different. Even every single action of yours has been partial in that manner for or against my favor in conjunction to how you've treated the others, and that unrespectable inconsistency, regardless of my contempt perception, is what has doomed you to never be capable of receiving the shattered, pulverized, and shattered respect that never even made it to you outside of respectful courtesies, maintained only out of fear of you, Mr. Deaf. It is that lack of respect between us that drove the close brotherhood to be the poop show that it is now. Elder brother was given respect and could never lose it, ... but he got it. And so long as one person kept it in his care, he'd always have it. My respect. The same can't be said for me to the rest of you. Someone, including my own biological fathers, bases their respect on you, while you begrudgingly incorporate occasional acts of respect to me, not on instinct, but as a second or third thought of consideration. Wow. Just like I think, You, in action, proclaim disrespect, and none actually give me respect. They don't keep on a hook and fishing line to pull back on upon the slightest agitation. And it is in that where we find disorder in younger brothers who take my word for half the grain of salt you give it, and the below piss and chips it is seen for in all open discussions. So his older siblings are given respect naturally, and his younger siblings are basing the amount of respect to give this 11-year-old based on what the 11-year-old is assuming is the acts of respectfulness being provided and displayed by the parents or the father, and primarily, and he's calling it out. So tell me again to set the example, as you tell the world that I am not worth respect, and that I am not the price and worth the time as would be expected of a model anything. I don't like excuses, so I have and will continue to stay quiet rather than give one. This is only reasonable explanation for actions I take full responsibility for, but by no means do I call or care for this to be regarded as excuses for the justification of my actions, only an explanation as to why, to you who have been disrespectfully demanding something to fight against. Teaching. You have not uttered it from your lips, but it is apparent to be via this and or this implied meanings from what you do say and do, that I assume you dislike, disapprove, disdain how I teach. I am never right. What reason do I have to be teaching? You call us to be disciples, and in your mind, that means we have to be ace class and beyond that level of teaching in order to not be swayed in our beliefs. That the only way to disciple is displayed by how perfectly comprehensible every syllable is, redundantly done, overdriving the doctrine and through ability to minister. And through an ability to minister a doctrine to anyone as stubborn as you, but within This is a great story and a great conversation to be shared, in my opinion. But reading it myself versus how I remember it to have been read is hurting my brain because of how many grammatical and punctuation errors there are in this. So bear with me. I need to pause because my brain is going into overheating right now. It's a good story, it's a good share, it's a good perspective and concept to have in mind, but it is overdriving my brain at certain points in time. So I am going to cut that there today. Comment your questions, thoughts, and concerns, and we can get back to it. But yeah, so next video will start from the top of page 6 out of 8 because my brain is hurting and I'll need a break before continuing to say more because I'm reading it directly here, but by golly, it's showing that it's only an 11-year-old saying these things because of how relatively illiterate the writing, its passage itself is. So I apologize. But by golly, is it definitely jarring. It is jarring to try to repeat, reiterate, and express to you, my awesome audience. So I apologize for making this maybe take longer than it probably should have needed to, but I'm trying. But hey, that's just me. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. Peace.